Pretty big, man.
So how did you know you was ready for marriage?
Well, you got to understand me, and you got to understand my situation.
What that mean?
Like, I'm gonna tell
Explain it,
you
brother.
how powerful this was for me. So I wasn't in a typical, like when I met Amy, I was not in a. We weren't in a typical. We didn't live in the same state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We didn't know each other from a can of paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had, some other situations going on before I met her.
Mm-hmm.
And one I was like pretty serious with. You know what I mean? And it's like, so we were getting closer and closer. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to watch this boxing match.
Right.
And I'm gonna come back with a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one would have ever thought, no one
That's
could have
wild.
ever
That's
fathomed
wild.
that. I'm 2-3 states away.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with me and Amy, our dynamic was, of course, I was fortunate enough to be able to work at the airline at the time, and I was able to fly. Flying standby was way easier
Back then.
than it is today. So I was able to always catch a flight, to where she from. So we was able to maintain a relationship based on her privilege to come see me,
Mm-hmm.
or my privilege to go see her. So it was never a weekend that me and her was apart.
Mm-hmm.
Either she was coming to me or I was going to her. One way it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, and all that came from a conversation. Like me and her, the first night we met, it wasn't even sexual. It was,
Enjoying.
I'm really enjoying her vibe.
Yeah.
Like this is different for me.
Mm-hmm.
And our whole relationship was like that. So understand, I met her in July.
Mm-hmm.
We was married in January.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. July, so August, September, October, November, December, January. I had to do that for everybody. So the 6 months you
That was
in.
6 months.
Bro,
man. We
so
was married.
6 months you was in?
Was married.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Like all the way married.
So, okay, so that's a quick turnaround.
Right.
How did, what was the thought process and what was the feel behind it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
For me, man, with her, it got to a point where I couldn't sleep without her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to come home to her every night. Like I wanted that. Like that was my, I was used to it. Like that weekend wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that feeling though? Like, because it's one thing to say, okay, I don't want to sleep without her, but what does that mean? Like for the young man who's wondering what that is.
It's like when like when you literally are losing sleep
Mm-hmm. Think about him.
because you can't be with that person.
Yeah.
It's time to be with that person.
Yeah.